Welcome to another working commentary video. In this video, it's going to be very console focused, hence, it's going to be my analysis on the new PS5 and the Microsoft buyout of Activision Blizzard. So, Sony, they have unofficially launched to the consumer multiple different revisions of the PS5. And now Sony has officially launched a 2.0 version of this PS5. So, on paper, to you, Sony's advertising a smaller chassis and the 1 terabyte storage. What aren't they telling you about this PS5, new PS5, or I call it PS5 2.0? Sony has, updated this PS5 manufacturing process to be more cost efficient in the whole step from basically the raw material to the end of production line. And guess what? The smaller chassis will also mean shipping fees for these PS5 2.0 console a lot cheaper as well, now that there can fit more PS5 in the same shipping space that Sony has bought. Or Sony can be like, we're just gonna have less allocation of space and we still ship the same amount of old stock amount without me costing them much in shipping. On paper, and on top of the heatsink, since they have manufactured it on a lot more efficient node, has made, you guessed it, the heatsink needs to be less heavy, less material for the heatsink, so less copper or less aluminium that tends to be used in heatsink. You would think Sony, with all this saving, can be like, oh yeah, we're not gonna give you a price increase. No. Sony have decided our base PS5 digital edition is now going from $399 and the $499 for the disc version for $49 is now gonna be the new base price of the PS5. So what is this new base PS5 gonna be? It's gonna be just like the $399. It's gonna be a digital edition. However, the CD drive in the new 2.0 PS5 is gonna have a modular CD area that you can later down the road buy. Which, kind of speaks to Sony's new way of selling the console. They are now also selling a vertical stand for $30 and the mentioned modular PS5 CD drive you buy later down the road is $80. Yikes! This means if you buy the PS5 digital and want to convert it to the full-on disc version of the PS5, it will cost you more in the end to buy a PS5 base model and the modular CD drive. What do I suggest? I'm sorry, viewers of this video and channel. If you're gonna buy a CD, or you want a CD down the road, Sony has kind of told you, has unofficially told you, go save up a little bit more money and go buy the PS5 Disc Edition 2.0 Disc Edition. But if for some reason you can't do that, I guess you're gonna have to pay more money to Sony in the end for your PS5. On top of these tactics to take money out of our wallet, Sony has also announced that they are going to sell themselves color-plated, side panels that's not white, which is stock for most of the PS5. So yay, Sony is really right now trying their hardest to be like, yeah, we're gonna change our console strategy mid-life cycle of our current gen and just go, we now want margin built into the console so that when we launch the MSRP, we will be profiting. However, should later down the road that, economy condition makes us tanks our margin, they have built themselves basically a buffer room of not losing more money on the console. As always, as console generation tend to last quite long, and basically Sony is like, we are hoping that this new base MSRP isn't going to be losing us money. And if we do, we're just going to hope that we get them back by selling them fucking add-ons like the CD, side panels, and the fucking vertical stand. And even probably the VR2 headset that they're selling. Basically, Sony has not, with this 2.0 PS5 launch, has also launched their new consoles strategy. Hence, this is my analysis / impression of the new PS5. Now, on to the other camp of the console. Xbox news. Microsoft, the parent company of Xbox, finally got international approval to buy Activision Blizzard. Rounded up, 69 fucking billion US dollar is for these buyouts. Who are these buyouts going to be paid out to? Probably shareholders, probably the board of directors. Microsoft is likely paying quite a large sum of this 69 billion USD to each of board of directors, and some to the shareholders. Be like, hey, yeah, screw off. We no longer need you. We, Microsoft, now run the fucking show at Activision and Blizzard. And however, for the people, to quickly summarize the what got them approved, the lawsuit that got them approved to buy out Activision Blizzard, Microsoft is basically be like, look, we know selling Xbox Series and Xbox Series X is going to be a losing money for us. And even our flagship service, the Game Pass, yeah, that is going to be a money black hole that just sinks and sinks money, and we're not seeing any of the return back. And likely they probably told the court, be like, this $69 billion buyout that we're doing, yeah, we're just throwing 69 billion US into the fucking fire and never seeing it back. We don't expect to get this $69 billion back from our investment that we purchased Activision Blizzard. That is, and maybe the court was like, okay, you're willing to do this, you're willing to do that, you're willing to fucking take this $69 billion loss, and I think $1.8 billion loss on the console, and I didn't really look at how much it's going to cost them to run the Xbox Game Pass, how much it's going to lose Microsoft. Man, this is looking like a guarantee, like $70 billion loss in like the next fucking 5 years for Microsoft in the Xbox department. Xbox is really seem to be like, yeah, we have so much fucking money from the other division. Yeah, we can afford to lose over $70 fucking billion for the next 5 years onto our company and be like, yeah, that's fine. So please call my UK government, EU, please let us burn our money. We want to burn this money to be more competitive in the console industry. And on top of, well, as you can see from the buyout, Microsoft is now transitioning themselves from being a hardware first maker into now a software first maker, which their parent company Microsoft is doing with a lot of their subsidiaries. They really don't care about the hardware that they're giving out to the consumer. So like the Xbox Series X and X, as you can see, they don't care about really making money off of that. They want you to be paying the monthly subscription for their services, which when they buy Activision Blizzard, that means they just literally bought one of the biggest publisher on fucking planet Earth. They are now basically cemented themselves as a game publishing giant. And Activision, and if Xbox somehow is like, they saw this $70 billion shit fest just not work out, guess what Microsoft can do with the Xbox brand? They can just go, yep, we are no longer making any Xbox consoles. Pull out. We lost too much money. We're just gonna be a game publisher and a basically software company. We are backing out of the hardware making. Speaking of hardware, did you know Xbox Series S and X again has technically have a 2.0 because why? They follow their because again, Microsoft hasn't raised the MSRP of their Xbox Series S and X. Guess how Microsoft has done that? Yes, that's right. They have optimized their console manufacturing from raw material to the end of manufacturing line. And Sony and Microsoft's like, okay, we reduce the cost of production. Is it still making us losing money? Yes and no. Likely, even after the production, efficiency and cost saving, Microsoft is still likely be like, yeah, we're still losing money per Xbox Series S and X. Again, what Xbox seems to be now slowly just moving away from making hardware and turning the Xbox brand into a software company, just like Microsoft has turned a lot of their other company subsidiary into a software service first. Anyway, on top of and also Microsoft knows that the Xbox Game Pass, they have to keep giving you more value, but at the same time they can't take more money from you, because last time Microsoft announced they increased the price, the community shat on Microsoft for that. And I don't think Microsoft is like, yeah, it's gonna be very damn scary for us to be if we get this community backlash again. And God knows how much billions we're gonna have to burn, or another buyout we're gonna have to do to please our fandom. So yeah, likely Microsoft is like, okay, no more Game Pass price increases to avoid another community disaster. Also, I think if Microsoft wants to pump at that number, they would want to put, all the Activision Blizzard or the subscription thing and be like, hey, if you want to, buy this subscription from Activision Blizzard, I don't know, Call of Duty or World of Warcraft, guess what? If we will now give you Xbox Game Pass on top, please be. And then Xbox can be like going to the investor and be like, hey, we spent 69 billion US dollars. We got more subscribers for our Game Pass Premium. Oh boy, yeah, we making our money is coming in slowly, and hopefully trick those damn stupid investors to keep fucking burning their cash on Microsoft. Good old Microsoft. Please keep fucking doing that. Burn money that only theoretically you and a few other companies can really do. Yeah, hence this is my analysis / impression of the Microsoft buyout of Activision Blizzard. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, do the like thing, subscribe thing, and if you want to grow this community, go share this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.